American President Joe Biden have a wife. Why Joe Biden is asking for African leaders to accept homosexuality when Joe Biden have a wife, have a woman as a wife? Why Joe Biden couldn't marry a man? Why? UK Prime Minister have a wife, as a woman as a wife, not a man. He is not a homosexual. Joe Biden is not homosexual. All the European Prime Ministers are not homosexuals. Why are they going to Africa to beg Africans and to force Africans to accept homosexuality in Africa? This is a big insult to black African countries. Why are they not going to Saudi Arabia to ask them to accept homosexual? Why are they not going to Tunis to ask Tunisian peoples to accept homosexual? Why are they not going to Morocco to ask Moroccans to accept homosexual? Why are they not going to Libya to ask them to accept homosexual? But they are going to only black African countries because they know our leaders are fools. Americans will never wake up and go to Saudi Arabia and tell them to accept homosexual. Americans will never wake up and go to Morocco and tell them to accept homosexual. Americans will never wake up and go to Tunisia and tell them to accept homosexual. But they can wake up and go to Ghana, Congo, Togo, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, Kenya, all these African countries, they can wake up and go there and ask them to accept homosexual. It's a big insult to black Africanhood. I want to send this message to Americans, that Americans, UK, and all European prime ministers, that it's enough to insult Africans, black Africans. Stop insulting black Africans by going to Africa and telling us to accept homosexuality in our countries. If you accept homosexuality in America, that is America. We don't have nothing to do with that. That's your business. But you can't go to my Africa and to ask for my black Africans to accept homosexuality in Africa. It will never happen. And if it happens, I tell you, there will be no peace. There will be no peace. I swear to God. Homosexuality will never accept in Africa. If any African want to become homosexual, go to America, who is searching for people who will become homosexual. Go to UK, who is searching for who will become homosexual. But as an African, if you become homosexual in Africa, then we have to join together and send you to early grave. I tell you this. We are not going to accept that nonsense that you, the Americans, are not doing, that you, the UK, are not doing, Europeans are not doing, but you forcing African leaders to accept homosexual dirty things in Africa. It is not going to be accepted in Africa. And any African leader who accepts homosexuality